My name is Mark Anderson. I joined the CDT in 2015 to read for a doctorate in web science, and I finished in 2020. And the subject of my doctorate was sustaining knowledge in hypertext. My first piece of research for the doctorate was looking at Wikipedia and to see if people were reusing content from other articles. The idea being that there's efficiency and you don't use the same fact, you don't write down the same facts more than once. It turns out that when you study Wikipedia, this happens in vanishingly few cases, and it needs more research. But the best guess is essentially we don't share. And the second piece of research involved whether automation, so-called bots, were picking up the slack in terms of making the hypertext better and more resilient. And it turns out that essentially bots are built by people who know how to build bots and like bots. And what they use those bots for is things that are interesting to people who build bots. This doesn't necessarily have a good overlap with people in the community who need what bots can do. Being in the DTC was actually really interesting. I just liked the range of people involved in the DTC, which exposed me to a number of fields that were completely unknown to me. I'm working full-time still in the sort of Tools for Thought community in a number of areas, basically looking at how we make better use of text in this digital environment. Because one of the things we tend to overlook is that we are working not just with the people around us, but we're now working increasingly with computer actors, as it were, who don't think like we do and can't understand as we do. And web science is, whether intentionally or not, I think addressing that same problem of making this sort of technology more usable to a wider part of the population. It's easy to think about the harms and ills that flow from it and forget the benefits therein. We need to dial up the latter.